La edad es solo un número es una producción de la Alianza Hispana, con el generoso patrocinio de Next 50 Initiative, a quienes agradecemos profundamente por creer en esta visión de construir una sociedad más justa, inclusiva y sin prejuicios de edad. Bienvenido a La Edad es solo un número. Hola a todos y a todas, mil gracias por acompañarnos en un episodio más de La Edad es solo un número. Este día estoy muy emocionado porque tenemos a un invitado desde Escocia, así que voy a hacer esta conversación en inglés, pero vamos a tener subtítulos en español para todos aquellos que quieran acompañarnos hasta el final. Pero por favor quédense porque hoy es un episodio muy especial con Tony Burns, así que voy a cambiar a inglés para comenzar la conversación con él. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Age is Just a Number, the podcast where we are looking for to challenge stereotypes about aging and celebrate the possibilities, contribution, and potential of older adults. My name is Alberto Machuca. I am your host. This podcast is produced by La Alianza Hispana, with the support of our sponsor, Next 50 Initiative, who is committed to improve the life of older adults and helps make the conversation like this possible. So today we have a special guest, as I said before in Spanish, from Scotland. Tony Burns is the founder of Burns Gyms, along with his brother Joe. So I'm going to ask you, Tony, who is Tony? Tell us about a little bit about yourself and the journey that led you to create Burns Gym, please.
Yeah, so I'll maybe start back to when I actually came out of school. So my passion was sports, and I then went on to study at college at the time, sports coaching and development, and I then got my first job in a professional soccer team, football team.
Okay.
So coaching kids soccer, and also I ran the program as well. We would do like Easter and Christmas events with them. And then my real passion was always the gym. I enjoyed working out. I enjoyed trying to help people achieve their goals. So actually, I missed a part. When I left college, I went to do my personal training qualification. Now, this is maybe about 20 years ago, and I qualified as a personal trainer in Spain.
Okay.
For like 6 weeks it was. So I got my job in a professional soccer club, and then after that I got a job in a gym, like helping the general public achieve their goals. I was a spinning instructor, a personal trainer, a gym instructor, and then I left and I joined the police. I was a police officer for 8 years.
Wow.
And then I did the full circle, and that's when Joe and I decided to create Burns Gym, because we had a shared passion with exercise. We were training partners for years. I mean, best friends. We have another younger brother. We're all best friends. So Joe and I decided to set up Burns Gym, and at the start it wasn't what it is today, of course. We didn't train older adults, we just trained, again, the general public. Now, I'm going to say this, but I don't want it to sound bad. I couldn't think of anything, when I was going through my personal training qualification, I couldn't think of anything worse than training an older adult. I was more scared, because chronic illnesses, I was like, I just, because you're young, you just want someone, right, I want someone who's not got any chronic illnesses, because this might be a bit easier because I'm just new. But now, I suppose as we've grown and we do train older adults, it's something that I really, really enjoy. It's my passion now, and again, it's a real challenge, because for us, we want to get as many older adults moving as possible, because look at the numbers, there is not very many older adults working out or exercising worldwide. So now it's turned from being the young personal trainer, I just want someone with no illnesses, because I don't know what to do if someone has an illness, to I want to improve people's life regardless of where they're at. So yeah, Burns Gym started off as training the general public Joe and I opened the studio up in 2019,
Okay.
and it was actually my mum who suggested, she was like, why don't you go in and train older adults because they maybe need it as well. Um,
Okay.
I don't know if I'm answering some questions as well further down the line, but I'll just keep going, Alberto.
No, no,
Um, we were like, oh, okay, that sounds pretty cool. Why don't we do that? Yeah.
okay. So your mom gave you the idea to start focus all your expertise with older adults.
Yeah, it was like, why don't you go and maybe go into a care home and go and try and train the older adults as well.
Hmm.
So it happened to be through a family member or through a family friend. Actually, we knew someone who worked in the care home, and we managed to get into one of their care homes and started delivering. Now that was in person, so it
Hmm.
wasn't like what we do today, the live online. It was going in front of the older adults. So it was again quite nerve wracking because we didn't know how the people were going to respond.
Hmm.
So the we had designed like exercises for that class that day. So it was like, do this, four shoulder press, and it turned out that they actually really enjoyed it.
Hmm.
We had the music in the care home, and we got some really good feedback. So it was like, well, why don't we go and try it again? So we just built up the care home network like that. We would reach out to care homes and ask if they had wanted that kind of service or whatever. So yeah, and before COVID, we had quite a lot of care homes that we used to go back and forth because we have a
Hmm.
gymnasium in Glasgow city centre. But we used to go get the train to care homes around around the
Hmm.
Glasgow area, and we got more and more clients. But then COVID happened,
Hmm.
and that changed everything. So from going in to what happens now. So that's why we created this online live delivery.
Hmm. And right now, for example, before launching Barnes Gym, what assumptions do you have about aging that maybe have changed since then?
Yeah, I mean, so going back to when you're younger, you think like older people don't really exercise. They
Mm,
can't exercise because the aging process is just something that happens.
mm,
Now, it definitely is something that happens. It's going to happen, but I probably didn't realise what you can do to help people exercise as they get older.
mm,
Obviously, as well, it can be a bit tricky because I think going back to my younger years when I was speaking about the being scared of taking older adults, you have to be a bit safer as
mm,
well and have that in mind. The safety technique tips. There's certain like tables that you can look at. Like for example, a scale of 1 to 10, you can ask the person how they feel. They're subjective tables. You can take heart rate monitors and stuff like that. So you do
mm.
have to be a bit more careful in mind. But going back to your question, maybe that aging was just a thing and exercise was maybe something a few older adults would do, but not. You have to be careful, and some people can't do it because of their illnesses. Now, I
Mhm.
used to also be a bodybuilder as well, so I was a natural bodybuilder.
Okay.
So the reason I mention this is because there was like over 40, over 50, over 60, over 70 categories. So I was 22, 21 when I was a bodybuilder when I competed. And I seen at
Mhm.
that stage there was older adults in their 70s doing that as well. So
Okay.
maybe I knew that you could do it, but I didn't really know how I would do it to someone, how I could train someone. But now, as the journey's evolved, that's what our time spent is like studying older adults and
Mm.
how we can help, if
No,
that
no.
answers it.
And I was asking you this because one of the goals of this podcast is fighting against ageism or these practices
Yeah.
or ideas that we have about aging. Um, wh- why do you think that maybe society often underestimate the physical potential of older adults, no? Because you can see this every day, and even you are sharing how you think before. So, why do you think we have this maybe understatement about the aging?
Yeah, I suppose as well, like, we just assume that aging is their ability. Like, if someone's 90 and you just tar them with, if they're sitting in a chair, it's like, well, that's their ability, they can't do anything. And again, that goes back into not looking at the statistics. Not many people are moving in their 80s, over 65s. The statistics tell us there's a lack of exercise, people aren't meeting the recommendations. So if that's what you're seeing all the time, that older adult who maybe does look fragile, then that's what you're going to believe. But I feel it's your job to maybe educate people that these people who you see, there is things that they can do. So we maybe should start getting the message out there more. Again, like improving your strength. Anyone can improve their strength. Anyone can improve their balance, their power, their reaction time, their everyone's got a starting position. Maybe someone's is a bit less than someone else's, but you can start someone somewhere. You can lower the barrier of entry, as we say, to get people involved. So I think it's maybe just what the general population see, like a lot of old people, and maybe they've got like their walking sticks. It's like, and again, that ties in with not many people moving.
Yeah. No, you're right. And something that I'm pretty grateful about the La Alianza Hispana works, or the work that we are doing with the Alianza Hispana is trying to inform, to create this conscious about that we can change our mindset about everyone age, because sometimes we don't see many examples, like a different examples.
Yeah.
Like yours. So tell us about Burns Gym. How does the program work? For example, inside of a care home, and also you mentioned that you have a studio, and also online. So tell us a little about this amazing work that you are doing.
Yeah, Alberto. So when a nursing home or assisted living facility signs up with Burns Gym, they get access to one live online session per week.
Per week, okay.
And they also get access to an online platform that they can access 24/7. So how that works is the live online, they would join with other nursing homes, assisted living facilities at the same time, and they all work out. So you can have like between 30, is it assisted living facilities we would call them? Yeah, is that okay? Yeah. So for the reference, nursing homes, we'll say assisted living. So you can have like 30.
We call it here, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that one live online session, the assisted living facility can join with like 30 other homes on the one screen at the same time. So like me and you are talking here, we have another, like it could be 10, 15, 20, all exercising together at the same time. And it's myself and my brother Joe that deliver the session live. So we wear kilts. So a kilt is a traditional Scottish dress.
Okay.
So
the dress.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's a kilt. The accent is quite strong. I maybe say a kilt.
Okay.
That's the kind of. So yeah, we wear kilts, and again, that's kind of the fun aspect. So these assisted living facilities, all the participants are exercising together with Joe and I. We'll deliver the exercises, and it's like half an hour, and it's like a warm-up, a main activity. There's like a half-time break where Joe and I come up to the screen, and we'll like wave to everyone and call the names out of the participants and also the assisted living facility. So when they hear their name, they can respond. And I think response is also important, keeping people engaged.
Yeah.
And also if it's someone's birthday, we sing happy birthday as well. Not very well, but we do try our best.
Yeah.
After that, it finishes off with a cool down. So that's like 30 minutes.
Okay.
Now they also get access to an online platform where they can log in 24/7. And this is more specialised. So there's like strength, balance, mobility, there's a cognitive, a bed programme. a seated program on that as well. And they can do certain testing on the platform that measures their strength, their power, their lower body power, lower body strength, their overall mobility, and their balance as well.
Okay.
So you can measure, you can put the results of the participant in, you can see if their strength is improving or it's declining. If it is, then you can go and perform the strength program. So it's like a big loop. So the participant would take a questionnaire, they would then pick the program, they can do some testing, and there's heaps of content on there, and it's individualised in the way that when they go into the specific program, they can choose how many repetitions they want to do, the rest time they want, they can choose the sets, that kind of thing. And I spoke to you about it's an exertion table. So when the resident, for example, is performing a bicep curl like this, they can look at a table to say, how difficult is that for me?
Okay.
That guides the person so they know. So that's on there as well. So that's how the online platform works. So you can log as many participants as possible. You can track their progress. You can print PDF reports out as well.
Wow.
And they get like a newsletter. And there's also there's like interactive games as well on the platform as well. And we always keep in touch with the assisted living facilities as well to see if there's anything that they need. And we always try and improve our program as well. We use like water bottles in the platform. There was a time where we had a couple of residents take us through the actual warm-up. So we were giving them the autonomy to go and lead everyone through the warm-up. So that was a great feature. The care homes really enjoyed that as well. So that's how Burns Gym integrates within an assisted living facility.
Oh, wow. So you have a whole ecosystem, no? Like live, online, but also you mentioned you have your own studio, so people can go to your studio, or it's different?
Yeah. So Alberto, that's for the general public mainly.
Okay, yeah. Got
That's not for the care homes. Now, there is times where we would say to care homes, you're welcome to come in and visit the facility and do it, but mainly that's for like the general public.
Okay, got it.
But again, we would always give out like a PAR-Q, which is a readiness questionnaire to see that the person's fit enough to do it. We would always give that out as well, but it's mainly just for like not people in care homes.
Yeah, no, perfect. So what changes do you typically see in residents after participating consistently in your program? Do you have any like inspiring story or testimonies?
Yeah, there's a lot. So we have actually, we got our program evaluated with a local university, Strathclyde University.
Okay.
So they did like a study on our program, and it gave us some really great results. I'll go back to your question. We're getting our program evaluated with another university in Scotland, which the results will be coming soon. And we also have like 2,700 feedback forums.
Oh,
so
wow.
we send a feedback forum every time. So my mind's going like this just now.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So let me try and recall some of the positive experiences from residents. So we usually break it into physical, mental and social. So the physical ones being stuff like they've seen that they've improved their strength, or they've mentioned, they've observed that they've improved their strength, their balance. So even someone had a new hip recently and they were transferring, getting up from the chair more easily than they were before, which is super important, which I'll go into in a bit. Also, falls is a massive thing as well, as you probably know. When we get older, we lose the abilities, we lose our strength, we lose our power, we lose our balance, reaction time, speed. These are things that can make us more likely to fall. Now, anyone can fall, but as we age, all these things decline as well. So things like falls have reduced within homes. Now, we wouldn't say that that's just due to our programme, but with the nursery, with the assisted living facility taking part in our programme, one was last week, it was, I think, last year they were experiencing 19 falls in the home per month, 19.
Wow.
And that came down to, it was either 2 to 3, I think, or 3 to 4, which is a huge amount. So they're participating in our programme, and they gave us that feedback in relation to our programme, which is very powerful. So yeah, helping in the process with falls as well. Now, the social, mental, the social being, like our programme is described as a social hub. That was from the university. Now
Okay.
that was from the staff. So when people come together on the one screen, people see it as a social hub, like they come, a social hub, social club, they're working out together. Even people that don't want to come out the room will come out to join the Burns brothers in their kilts as well. And things like residents were happier, they slept better, their mood improved, their eatings improved as well. All these things as well, because nutrition and sleep is important as we get older as well. So hopefully I've mentioned quite a lot there for you that.
Yeah, because another question that you already answered was that how does exercise influence, for example, loneliness, depression, or social isolation among older adults? And you mentioned, no, like your program is known by this.
Yeah, and I would like to say as well, Alberto, fun, making it fun for people. And I suppose that's where like the kilts come in. So if you can get someone along to the session, and some people don't like exercise as well. Now, we're remembering we've got a lot of people that don't like to exercise. Again, the statistics tell us. Now, if you can bring someone along and maybe not think that they're exercising, but they're having fun at the same time with their friends from the assisted living, and that they're getting involved in that moment. And for us, I suppose, like Joe and I, we like to bring heavy energy to the session as well, to get people motivated, to get people up for it, and again, to get people moving, because the more you can get someone to move, the more of a difference that you will make.
Yeah, no, it's right. And you have worked closely with older adults for years. So what have they told you about living a meaningful life?
That's a good question as well, actually, yeah. I suppose a lot of the time you just, from our side, it's maybe listening, like you say. I think respect. I think we need to respect the older adult as well, respect their stories, take it seriously.
Yeah.
But I think what you see with a lot of these older adults is just keep going, don't stop. Don't wait till tomorrow to do it. Just keep going.
Yeah. No, you're right. I had the opportunity to spend time almost every week or every month with several different communities in Boston with older adults. This is something that I personally learned about their amazing stories. Many of them were chefs or lawyers or um, artists, musicians,
100%.
but sometimes we just see them as the older adults, no, like the
Totally
person that
agree.
is not moving a lot or is not speaking a lot. But this is my next question. If younger generations spend one day in your programs, what lessons do you think they would learn?
I think they would see resilience. I think they would see people trying hard, and some people who maybe can't do something, that willingness to overcome a barrier and at least try. And I think maybe that can be said for maybe everyone. Even if you have a goal or a dream, just try. Don't ever think it's not going to happen. It might not happen, it might happen, but if you don't try, then it never will. And I suppose like that translates into the exercise. If you don't try, if the older adult doesn't try, they never will progress. So if the younger adult comes in and sees they look pretty fragile, oh wow, they're moving. And I can see it in their face, their struggle, but they're trying. And that consistency, they'll get better. Resilience, yeah.
No, thank you. Do you think that maybe our healthcare systems focus enough on prevention and movement as a medicine?
Do I think they should?
Do you think that right now is something that really focus, or maybe they should?
Yeah, I mean, probably, yeah, because you see all the benefits now, and I think there is more information out there now that is showcasing the benefits that you can get from exercise physically, mentally, and socially. So I feel like we are getting taken more seriously than we were maybe like when we first started. For example, even when I first started being a personal trainer, exercise is getting taken more seriously. Now, what I would say is, I think we need to show people how, rather than putting maybe paperwork and like a big list of things that they can do, and maybe being specific to say that this is what you need to do, go and do it. Now that can change all the time because an individual needs different stimulus, but if we can give people as much information but have people on the other side showing what they need to do, because I mean, I always find like myself, if I'm learning something, I can read a bit of paper. It would probably be easier if someone sat with me and went through the paper and showed me step by step. So for our jobs in the healthcare system or whatever, is having people there that can translate that knowledge into something that's simple for the person. Yeah.
Yeah, something practical. So this is the first time that I know about a program like yours. So where do you see the future of fitness for older adults heading over the next 10 years? What is your own, even your personal vision or your business mission for this segment?
Yeah. So Alberto, is it the first time you've heard of it because of it's two guys in kilts? Is that why?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Right.
is quite unique. So
Yeah.
yeah, I suppose like the Burns Gym mission for Joe and I, and again, it's to probably to work with as many people as possible, to work with as many assisted living facilities as possible. But yeah, we have a business, but that business is designed to make a difference. That's at the heart of it. So we'll keep evolving as well with our knowledge. We'll always try and put the best practices in our program, and again, to get it evaluated more as well, to get that credibility aspect, but to work with as many people as possible to make as much of a difference as possible. Now, if we've got Anne that's 104 getting up out her seat every day, and then she does it a bit quicker, that's a massive change. If we've got John who can get up out of his bed once a day as opposed to zero, that's still a difference. So everybody starts at a different position, but I suppose our program's designed, there's a bed program, there's a strength, to take you from the bed all the way up to standing. That's the way the program's designed. Now, I'm not going to say that's for everybody, but get back to the mission, it's to make as much of a difference as possible for the people that we serve.
Yeah. So right now, your program is yours in Scotland, or you have this program in other countries, or?
No, so we're operating in the UK as well as the
Okay.
US. So yeah, we work with hundreds of care homes in the UK, and not as much in the US. We've just started breaking into the US market, and we're trying to evolve that as well. So we're building slowly but surely.
Perfect. And yeah, the last questions that we have: if every care home in the world adopted one principle from Burns Gym, what
Yep.
would you want that principle to be?
Have fun, make a difference, or yeah, probably have fun while you're exercising or something. Just don't underestimate older adults. Don't underestimate older adults' potential. Maybe.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
So one word that describes healthy aging for you.
There's a good few I would like to mention. Independence, maybe.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
Because I suppose with all the other things that I would like to mention, strength, reaction time, balance, all these things make a difference to your independence. So if someone can be more independent, they can get up out of their bed more, they can see their grandchildren, they can see their daughter or their son, whatever.
Yeah, independence is a great answer. So what is one thing people should start doing today for a better future at age 80, 90?
I would say maybe strength training.
Okay.
Strength training in the aspect that now as we age, we lose our muscle mass anyway. So we have a thing called sarcopenia, where the muscle, you lose your muscle as you age. It's going to happen. Now you can reverse some of that, but if you don't do anything, it's going to totally decline at a really fast rate. And that's when we see people who can't get up maybe out of their chair. So if we can implement strength training from a younger age, or even in your 70s or 80s, you can bring back some of that muscle mass that you lost, which can then help you get up out of your chair, move about freely, and things like that. It can strengthen your bones as well. So there's a lot of aspects, even cardiovascular training as well is another thing. So I know I've mentioned two, but we'll pick strength training there.
No, thank you. I consider myself as a runner. I've run like 8 marathons in my life. So my personal goal is to run one marathon per year. But right now I'm following your advice that I am spending more time in the gym because I realize I need more strength in my body.
Yeah, good. And I could take some advice from you. I could probably do more running. But I think the two of them are extremely important. You'll know your VO2 max. Very, very important to get your VO2 max up as well.
Yeah, no, thank you. So, last question. What's one lesson you've learned from older adults that maybe changed your life or is something very important in your heart right now that you have learned from them?
Again, it goes back to that, just keep going, be resilient, don't give up, never take time for granted.
Okay.
Keep going, get up every day and keep trying to make a difference because we all will get old. And if we can look back, I might be doing Burns Gym when I'm older, looking at Burns Gym. So just keep being resilient, keep going, never take your time for granted, maybe.
No, perfect. Tony, thank you so much. I enjoy a lot this conversation, to meeting you. I'm pretty grateful for your work as your brother and you and doing. And do you want to share anything for your last invitation or advice or your last words in this podcast for our audience?
I'll just say to everyone, thanks, and everyone who's part of the Burns Gym family, thanks for being part of our community, and we hope to touch a lot more lives as well with our mission, because we know that with our feedback we're making a difference, and that's what we want to continue to do as well. But I really appreciate your time, Alberto, as well. Thanks for taking the time to have me on. So it's been really nice to speak with you.
Yeah, likewise.
And a shout out to La Alianza Hispana as well. They're always amazing every Tuesday.
Thank you.
Juliet and the team.
Oh, perfect. And also we are going to put your information in this video. So next week you are going to find this conversation in our channel and YouTube channel and all the information about Burns Gym. And thank you, Tony, again for reminding us that aging is not about declining. It's more about adaptation, maybe growth, connection, and continue to live with purpose. And then, gracias a todos por haber visto hasta este momento nuestra entrevista. Gracias por habernos acompañado. Les recuerdo que cada semana, los martes a las 7 de la noche, estamos teniendo estas entrevistas. Por favor, compartan, inviten a otras personas a ver este canal, dejen sus comentarios, and please subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with your family, friends, and community. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and remember, age is just a number. Tony, thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you, Alberto. Muchas gracias.
Gracias a ustedes. Hasta luego.
Thank you.
Bye.